When I first picked up a deck of tarot cards, the thought that occurred to me was, will it tell me what the future holds? Will it tell me what's waiting for me in the future? Then I started working with it. And now, after 20 years of tarot practice, I don't ask what the future brings. I ask who I am, what's inside me, what I need to become aware of, what's in my soul, in my thoughts, what's blocking me, and what I can do in the present moment. That's why I wrote this book, and this knowledge can now be yours too. Hi, everyone. I'm Istvan Sotiori, and I've been involved in spiritual matters for over 37 years. I've studied astrology, Kabbalah, and of course, tarot cards as well. I was a professional athlete for 20 years, and during that long career, I made great use of this knowledge. And one of my favorites is tarot cards. I've been working with tarot cards for a long time. Today in Hungary, more than 2,000 students have studied with me in various courses related to this. Maybe you've also felt sometimes that you don't get specific, practical, tangible answers. You don't get help for your life. You get a vague, mystical answer from someone who works with tarot cards. Well, I wanted to change that, and that's why I created the Flower of Life Tarot system. You can get to know this system now in this video. You can learn what its unique features are. So tarot cards are not a fortune-telling tool, and this deck isn't for fortune-telling either. It's a tool for self-discovery. It's meant for you to know yourself better, to connect with yourself, to recognize the blocks and barriers within you, and by releasing them, to create a happier, more harmonious, better life for yourself as well. Let's dive in and see how the Flower of Life tarot deck is different. What sets it apart from other tarot card decks? So we can safely say that the Flower of Life tarot system is a self-discovery system. And I'll say it again, it's definitely not fortune telling. I developed this system so that you get answers on 5 levels if you have a question. First, it shows what you need to become aware of. Then it highlights what spiritual and emotional processes are happening inside you right now. And then it shows whether your thought patterns are helping or hindering you in the present moment. Then it shows what's acting as a kind of barrier in your life at the moment. And of course, what the way out is, what you need to do. As you can see, this is a 5 level self-discovery answer that you can read from this system. And of course, in the 330-page book, I describe this technique in detail where you can learn it. And what is it that you won't find anywhere else? Let's start with the major arcana cards. If you look at the major arcana cards, you'll see that the 4 elements appear symbolically at the bottom of the cards. You absolutely won't find this unique feature on any other tarot deck quite like this one, because on every single card, especially on every major arcana card, the elemental symbols are arranged in a specific order that perfectly reflects their inner strength. So if the earth element is first, then that's the strongest element on that card, on that major arcana card. You've seen some examples of this in the meantime, of how it looks. This provides an incredibly significant advantage in interpreting the cards and adds a big extra thing, a plus, because if we pair up that the fire element relates to our spiritual development, the water element to our emotional world and relationships, the air element to our thoughts and health, and the earth element to our financial and physical energy, then this can provide an immense amount of additional clarity and guidance when you read such a card. You won't find this specific approach anywhere else, only in this deck. Just a single quick glance at the card and a gate opens, which reflects the deeply rooted internal logic of the cards even more powerfully. Let's talk about another thing that you also won't find, or you'll find on very, very few cards. Because I restored the original numbering of the cards and their assignment to the original elemental qualities. This doesn't mean the other approach is bad. It just means that in this system, it works this way. In the 19th century, a Hermetic order called the Golden Dawn introduced these changes. They changed the tarot numbering and elemental qualities, and you can find this in Janet and Stuart Farrer's book titled The Witch's Way. You can also read it there. There, by the way, he even adds that maybe they wanted to make this system more closed, more hermetic, so that only the initiates would know the true knowledge. Let's see what these changes are. For example, they swapped the 8 and the 11 cards. 8 is, of course, justice, and 11 is the strength card in my deck. By the way, you'll find this in many card decks, so it's not something I made up. Some tarot researchers, authors, tarot painters already use this because 8 is justice and 11 is the strength card. This can be perfectly supported numerologically, by the way. Anyone who knows a bit about numerology will immediately understand that 8, as the card of justice, ruled by the planet Saturn, the card of the justice of karma, and 11 is strength, as a master number, which appears in our lives with great power, like lightning. So numerology perfectly supports this swap, which I have now swapped back to the original numbering. The other is the number 22 card. Most of you know the Fool card is 0. This one received the number 22. Now, in this system, every single card has its own energy level, which we actually calculate from the card's number through a multiplication process. If I were to multiply anything by 0 right now, I would get 0 energy. So the Fool card would have 0 energy, which, as we know, is currently impossible in today's universe. By the way, you can come across such a card if you do a little research. For example, in Emil Cazaller's tarot deck. So I've restored these three major arcana cards to their original values, meaning justice is number 8, strength is number 11, and the fool is number 22. One can argue with this, but in this system, this is how it's going to work. And now let's look at the other very, very important change, or rather modification. The assignment of the minor arcana cards to the elemental qualities. Because in many places you'll find that swords are the air element and wands are the fire element. In this system, I've also restored this to its original form, meaning the swords cards belong to the fire element, since Archangel Michael, who rules these cards, which actually appears on the Ace of Swords card, and the wands card belongs to the air element. I've heard and read many different approaches to this. Even the Rider-Waite Society has debated it, but my research shows that this is how it works correctly. And of course, what the system got its name from, the Flower of Life symbol. So you're now getting to know the Flower of Life tarot system. That is the unique and remarkable aspect that just simply won't find anywhere else. Anyone who deals even a little bit with spiritual matters should take a much deeper look into understanding how the Flower of Life symbol is built upon sacred geometric foundations, and our own tarot system aligns itself and corresponds to its timing and development with absolute precision and perfect synchronization. You can actually see this reflected in my logo, by the way, where you see the positions of the tarot cards in a very prominent and central place, which aligns with the geometry of the Flower of Life symbol exactly. I describe this kind of sacred geometric approach in the book as well, why that specific card ended up exactly there and in the way it appears in the diagram. You can only acquire the deep knowledge of this in a course, but you'll find a lot of information about it in the book as well. And well, let's talk a bit about the book too, which I've prepared here for you. This isn't just some little booklet, it's a 330-page self-knowledge guide to the tarot cards through the pages of the Flower of Life. In this, you'll find the connection with elemental qualities, you'll find the keywords and basic qualities. You'll also find practical examples like these. You'll find a mantra in it, a mantra belonging to a card, which helps to process the energy of this card in a meditative state. The shadow side of the block, its message to the consciousness, soul, mind, physical plane, and so on and so forth. So there is a very detailed description of the cards in this book. I'd especially like to take a moment to specifically highlight the derivation of the minor arcana here, as we start from the Kabbalistic tree of life diagram, and the aces are positioned as the essential mediators, the court cards as the primary governing controllers, and the remaining numbered cards of the suit as the detailed explanatory cards, in this unified system that is in perfect harmony. So as you can see, you'll be able to use this in two ways. either specifically with the major arcana only, or with both the major and minor arcana together at once. Both can be very, very helpful to you in your everyday lives. And now let's talk a bit more about the intricate design, specifically about the detailed design process I went through, and exactly how these unique cards were created. As I mentioned to you before, the sacred flower of life symbolism appears prominently on every single card. Every card is made up of light figures. The earth is on every card because it's in this earthly world that we must create our happiness. Every card shows its connection to the elemental qualities, and of course, you'll find the explanations for this in the book. What's very important is that the final visual graphic state is completed. For this, of course, I asked for help from AI. I didn't tell the AI to draw a card. Instead, I prepared everything beforehand in Photoshop, and it only did the refinements. And actually, the AI just colored it in and made what I did a bit more detailed. You could have read this in the meantime. If you wanted, you could have paused the screen. Not a single symbol is where it is by accident. I had every single detail made exactly according to my instructions. I emphasize that. So I designed the foundations of the cards myself. So creating a single card sometimes took several weeks, but it's so great that in the 21st century, you can already ask for help like this. And while we're on the subject of the 21st century, you also get a free downloadable mobile app with the package, which you can download right now. You'll find the links for this in the description. And now, perhaps the most important thing in this whole project is that this is the first edition. These are released in a numbered edition, and for every single numbered copy, I'll put a hand-signed tarot card in the package for you, on which I'll also write the serial number, and my signature will be there too. This'll be my little extra gift to you, so that this package can even become a collector's item. There are two types of packages available: a deluxe package, a large one, and a plain simple standard package. The standard package includes the cards, and you'll find a small booklet in English and Hungarian, and they also get the 8-session mini course. The large package is the interesting one because it includes the 330-page book. It will arrive to you in a beautiful gift box like this, and of course, it'll also include the cards as well. What comes with it, though, as you can see here beside me, is that if you buy the package in time, you can even get double back in a course voucher, which you can redeem for a tarot course with me. To put it simply, for anyone who wants to come to this course, the book was free. So, as you can see, the cards are ready, the book is ready, the gift box is ready, the packaging is ready, the mobile app is ready, the 8-session mini course is ready. All of this is waiting for you to buy it, to make it yours, and to receive a path of self-discovery that I don't think you'll be able to achieve through other tarot cards. And even if you don't come to the course, you'll get a perfect self-discovery tool in your hands that can be used every day and can be your companion in life. I've been studying tarot cards for the past 20 years and working with this specific method for over 10 years, and I've spent the last 5 full years creating this practical self-discovery tarot system. If you also want to get to the point or have already reached the point where you don't want to ask the question of what the future holds, but rather want to ask, who am I? What is inside me? What processes are going on within me? Then this tarot package, this whole project was made for you. It can be your path too. If you're curious about how this can help you, if you dare to face yourself, then it's worth buying this card deck. It's worth supporting this project. I look forward to seeing you on this journey of self-discovery. May the tarot be with you.